Hey there, welcome back. In this video, we will be saving the following dynamic URL of the user that the user image has uploaded under our Postgres. So without any further ado, let's get started. First thing first, what we need to do, if I go under my backend folder, under source, under database, under my entity, I haven't got any property for my column, right? So here, to save this image, I will have to create here a new column. And here, I need to add a property that is name to it of user image. It can be null, so I can say nullable to be true. So once I've added the following user image, it is a new column of user image, I need to make some changes under my repo. So here, if you have followed me in our previous tutorials, we have created these methods for saving the user data and finding the user password. So here we are saving the user data, right? So here I can say there will be the option of user image, right? And the user image will be a user image, right? So here I can say let's add the new argument here under the user input of user image, right? Now whatever the URL user will be inputting, that will be saved under our database. Now once this thing is done, what we need to do, we need to drop our entire database because we have added here a new column. Okay, so here I can, if I say dt, here you can see I will be getting a table of users where I can drop it, and the others table of my other projects, so don't worry about that. So I can drop a users table, right? So once I have dropped the user table, we are now ready to go to save this image. So what we need to do, once I got the argument of user image, also we have added this here along with our entity, I can start my server one more time, where I can go under my backend folder, and here I can say npm run dev. Okay, the port is already in use, so we can stop this and use this command to kill the, okay, to task kill the entire process, right? Task kill /f/im of node.exe. So I can say npm run dev. And sometimes suppose you are working on multiple projects, your ports might be busy. So here I can see, here you can see I have got my port running over 8000. To use this effect of saving user image from our client side, we need to go back to our auth API. So I can say auth API, and here we are saving our entire user name, email and password. So let's have username, user email and user password, right? So once I got this here, user password, user email and username. Now one more field will be included here known as user email image, where I can say user image. What I can do, under the following JSON, I can say user image is having the value of user image, right? So for saving this, everything will be working. So once I have got this here, I can go back under my notifier, and okay, we need to make some changes. So let's go back, let's copy the required arguments, let's paste the required arguments here, and also their values. Username to be username, user email, okay, user email to be user email, and user password to be user password, having a user image to be, yes, you guessed it right, user image, right? So this will be our entire use case for saving the image as well. So once I have done these things here, I can go to my sign up view, and under my sign up view, what I can do, okay, these things should be also changed. So here I can say user name and a user email and a user password, right? Also we shall be requiring here a new field called user image. It will be utility notifier dot user image, right? So once I have got this here, we are able to save the image here. Now suppose to read the value, if I go under my floating action button, let's create a new one. Let's, on pressing over it, let's print the value. I can say a utility notifier dot user image, right? So if I open my debug, if I press this button, you can see I will be getting my value back because we are listening to our values. That's the power of provider. So now what we need to do, suppose the user wants to select another image, we can add here an option of select another image. So there will be no more complexities, but we only need to add some logic under for selecting the image. So here you can see I can add here a new boolean condition. I can say utility notifier dot user image equal to null. If I say if this thing is empty, I can say a text of upload image, else I can say a reselect. right? So now you can see we have our image. That's why we have got the option of reselect. So if I reselect it, and if I choose this image, let's them upload it. The image URL will be here. Here you can see the image will be changing, and also the image will be the pen drive one. Now the value of reselect will be changing. So if I tap over it, and if I say select this thing, the image will be changing, right? So now you can see we have got our image here. So now let's try to sign up. So here I can say a new username. Here we are getting some bottom overflowed. So I can say single child scroll view. Awesome. So now let's get a new account. Right. So here on typing or sign up, you can see the value should be saved. Right. So what we can do, suppose I go under my Explorer, and if I say refresh items, and under my public schema, under my users, if I run the query, here you can see I got a new user. Also at the end you can see I am getting my user image. If I copy the particular URL, and if I go to my browser, and if I paste this thing here, let's wait for it, you can see I will be getting my user image here, right? So in this way you can save the user image under a database with the help of this logic that I have shown you, and the following user image shall be shown to the user again and again in the case whether the particular user logs in under the application. Right, so this was a small tutorial in which you should be like saving the particular user image under a database. So in the next tutorial we will be building up the user profile, under the form of user profile the user will be able to check his profile, his user image, also update his user image, and etc. Till then, if you have loved this tutorial, hit that like button, and I'll see you in the next one.